Welcome back students. Now we are going to continue our lesson number 3, effects of British rule. In the previous videos we have learned about the effects of British rule on India. First point from that is dual government and parliamentary laws. Various laws were made to create the control on the administration of the East India Company. So, with the emergence of this British rule, a new administrative system got developed in India, and this administration system one by one today we are going to learn it. So, first point, that is civil services. So, civil services, to strengthen the British rule in India, there was a need of bureaucracy. Now, to strengthen, to develop the British rule, they need to create the bureaucracy. It is a system of government to create the control on the administration. So, Lord Cornwallis introduced a bureaucracy. Okay, it's an official in a government department administrator. What is bureaucrats? An official in a government department or administrator. So, such type of new system introduced by the Lord Cornwallis. Civil services become an important part of British government, and this civil service, it was an important part of this British government. And according to this civil service, he restricted the private trade carried out by the company officers, and for this purpose he increased their salaries. Now, whatever private trade was there, business was there, just he put some restrictions, some limitations, and he restricted the private trade carried out by the company officers, and for this purpose he increased their salaries. So, whenever they will get the highest salary, they will work honestly. For this purpose he increased their salary. For the convenience of administration, he divided the British occupied territories into districts. So, whatever British area was there, British control was there, these all area divided into districts, and the district collector was the chief of the district administration. So, now by this administrator, by this officer, that area was ruled. So, the district collector was the chief of the district administration, and he was responsible for the collection of revenue. What is the duty of this district collector? He was responsible to collect the revenue system, as well as just giving justice to the citizen and maintaining law and order. So, this was the important function of this district collector, and the officers were appointed through the competitive examination that is known as Indian Civil Services, ICS officers. So, such persons, they were appointed through the competitive examination. That person is known as Indian Civil Services. So, this was the first important pillar of the Indian administration, that is civil services. Now, next one we are learning, that is military and police force. So, the duty of military was to safeguard the British occupied region in India. So, what was the main important duty of this military and the police force? To safeguard the British region in India and acquired new territories, as well as they have to acquire, they have to annex, they have to capture new territories and break down any revolt against the British in India. Any revolt raised by the local rulers, then they have to break it down. So, this was the main important duties of the military and police force. To maintain law and order in the country was the duty of the police force. So, this was the important duty of this police force. Next one, judicial system. The British established a new judicial system in India on the basis of judicial system in England. So, new system introduced to the Indian people. Accordingly, every district had a civil and criminal code to solve the local cases. Already what is meant by civil code, what is meant by criminal code, these all details we are going to learn it in the civics part. So, in every district they had a civil and criminal code to solve the problems or local cases. For the reconsideration of their judgment, a high court was established. And suppose any problem creates reconsideration. To think about that matter once again, just such type of system introduced by this judicial system, that is called as a high court. High court was established. Next one, next point we are going to learn it, that is equality before law. So, according to this judicial system, how they try to create the equality before law. So, in early times, law in India different from place to place. Area change, location change, laws also change. So, there was a difference in judgment on the basis of casteism. According to the caste, there was a change, different provision, different laws for this caste people also. So, under the leadership of Lord Macaulay, a committee was set up to create the code of law. So, according to this code of law, with the help of this set of rules and regulation, they tried to create the equality. So, the Indian Penal Code was enforced all over British India with British principle of equality before law. It means previously whatever differences were there, different law for different place, different judgment, or they were giving such type of judgment on the basis of caste. So, whatever these differences were there, they tried to remove these all differences, and Lord Macaulay, a committee was set up to create the code of law. They tried to bring the unity or uniformity in these laws. So, the Indian Penal Code was enforced all over British India with British principle of equality before law. So, according to this law, whatever differences were there, they removed that all differences and they created equality before law. It means according to law or this government or this judicial system, they will not do any differences. In front of law, all are equal. So, such type of principle they introduced to the Indian people. But there were some defects, some faults in it. There were separate codes and different laws for the European. Again, some drawbacks were there. Separate codes were there for the Europeans, separate laws were there for the Europeans, and new law were difficult to be understood by the common people. So, whatever new laws introduced by the Britishers, these laws also, it was difficult to be understood by the common people. Legal cases become an expensive affairs for the community and the cases remain pending for years together. So, whatever these cases were there, trials were there, just this trial was going on and on. So, these all affairs it's remain pending for years together. Such type of judiciary system was there during British India. Okay students, we are going to stop here. Remaining point we are going to learn it in the next video. Goodbye student.